advanced level instructor, Professional Billiard Instructor Association out of Baltimore, Maryland. And 7 years of voice of the Action Pool Tour. So, Action Pool Tour is a regional pool tour, pro, semi-pro that plays in Maryland and Virginia. And we feature 3 disciplines, 8, 9, and 10 ball. We have 5 different levels of players. Not in this event. All players played as a state championship, the same entry fee. But in regular Action Tour events, the pros like these 2 guys pay $100, and novices or league players or Cs pay $40 and get their experience. If we have semi-pros paying $80, advanced or better than average players paying $60, B players $50, and novices and non-pro ladies paying $40 to play in the open divisions. We had 37 men and 13 women today as play kicked off at Q Masters in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And now Mike Davis, he's won between 150 and 200 of these types of tournaments in his lifetime. A nice guy. Finished second about 8 years ago to the in the World Championships as straight pool to Thorsten Homan. Mike has played every player that ever chalked a Q, and a real class act. He's living in Raleigh, North Carolina these days. He got married, has a beautiful wife, and he plays pool. Reymart here is more a weekend warrior. He's got a regular job, but he can really play, this young man. Look at this shot. Still leaves Mike way down on the cushion where he was supposed to leave him. Mike plays all pocket games very, very well. He plays one pocket, he plays all the games. That was not a bad thought. Very deep field this month at this Virginia State Championships. This Q Master is just an incredible place. think he can hit the 9 and try to leave him behind the 12. Well, he had the 12 outright and missed it. Well, Mike has an opportunity now. Mike plays some terrific patterns. He played some of the best 8-ball I ever saw several years ago up at Diamond Billiards in Midlothian, Virginia, where we'll be stopping next month for a regular tour 9-ball event. He's very patient. This guy's played everybody that ever was anybody with the pool cue. What a shot that was. He bought himself a 4-6 combination. In the side pocket. And even the perfect angle. This 4 will be going out towards the center of the table a little. And he should be so nice on the deuce. Played the 6 combination. Whoa, what a shot. He's going to bank the deuce. Cross side. Yeah. Is Reymart an opportunity? He can flat out pocket balls, this young man. He has a very close to world-class ability. Well, he's going to have to solve the puzzle getting the correct angle from the 10 to the 8. And he's sort of straight in. He just flat out makes the balls. Just overpowered him. That was like hitting 15 or 16 playing blackjack. They hit the 5, you just can tip your hat to them. 2 games to none. Our sponsors for the Action Pool Tour. We're at Q-Master Billiards this weekend, originally founded by Barry Berman in the mid-'70s, and a spectacular place with all sorts of heritage and legacy and all. We also have Q Sports International, owners of the BCA pool leagues, North American distributors of Magic Racks. They run U.S. bar table championships in Reno and Las Vegas. They also run many, many regional pro and semi-pro events around the country. Oh, Reymart gets kicked in. Mike Davis gets on the board after a tough kiss that caused Reymart to scratch in the corner pocket. And Mike's on the board and back on serve. He trails 2-1 in this race to 7. Mike pockets the ball on the break shot. Other sponsors of the Action Pool Tour include a new sponsor, Freedom Walk-In Tubs and Showers of the Virginia Beach Tidewater area. Thank you so very much for your support, and welcome to the Action Pool Tour. Also, Grant Wylie Photography. He's the husband of Chris Wylie, the co-owner of the Action Pool Tour. He does marvelous photography work here in Virginia Beach Tidewater area. Additionally, we have Predator cues and products. They make more than just high-tech cues and shafts. They make gloves, chalk, balls, about anything and everything, cases. We have the Kamui products, Kamui chalk, Kamui tips and gloves. Choice of players worldwide. These folks are playing this weekend on diamond tables, pro cut with 4.5 by 9 of Simonis 860 tournament blue cloth, Aramith balls. Best equipment you can get. Also, we have Viking cues in Madison, Wisconsin. I lived in Wisconsin for a number of years, played many people wielding Vikings, and those folks swore by them. Those are nice cues. Meanwhile, Mike is getting into it now a little bit. His little thing is that 7 ball that's out there, drawing it off, and you might catch a piece of the 7. Just got past it. Good shot. Davis makes quick work of rack number 4, evens the count at 2 apiece. This is going to be one of the feature matches of the entire tournament, and we're more than subject to see these guys again down the road. And that loser's bracket's going to be a very, very dangerous neighborhood with the likes of Wilkie and Scott Roberts over there, and either Eric Moore or Scott Haas. Good break from Reymart. Reymart is sponsored by Greg's Not So Pro Shop. That's Greg Zabin's, does cue repairs in this Tidewater area we're in. This is a beautiful looking layout. Whatever way he chooses, it should be a pretty nice opportunity for this young man. He'd like to take high balls, but It's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, how I see it. OzoneBilliards.com. Anything you can think of. Tiger Cues and Products. Chix Cabinets. Brown's Mechanical. Heating and air conditioning needs. In Richmond, we have Hasselman and Hunt Family Dentistry. Dr. Dave Hunt is over there playing right now on the next table down against a local player named Kenny Miller in a real nip and tuck affair. He wanted to go a little farther. He wanted to be on their 3-ball. Yeah, that's where he put his stick is where he wanted to be. Came up a little short. He's going to play for the 3 on the side. Probably. Or unless he got straight in on it. Oh, that's a hurting ball. Davis at the table with a splendid opportunity. Can't tell whether the 13 passes the 8 or not. Mike's kind of on the wrong side of this ball, it looks like. He'll get to 15, but then get off the rail, he says. He's going to play a lot of high right, try to go 2 rails. Down to that 10 ball, down in the center of the table near the rail, I think. Because the 2's got the other pocket blocked. Where he's going to pop it. This shot I like better. Oh no. Both uncharacteristically missed a ball in this game. 2-3-8. Reymart back on top, 3-2. Mike's a little disappointed with that. He had an opportunity. He didn't win all these tournaments by not taking his opportunities when he found them. I first met Mike Davis when he was around like 20 years old, 22 years old, at a tournament in York, Pennsylvania, a small tournament called Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, at a private club that's no longer up there called the Yankee Club. It had 4 Brunswick anniversary or centennial tables that were just majestic. And I saw him with a student of mine, a boy named Aaron Nicodemus, who had blossomed into a real good regional player. And we had a little Calcutta going in there. And I was bidding up on Aaron, and Aaron said, "This big guy with me plays rings around me," he said. And it turned out that Davis ended up beating me, and I ended up third in that tournament. And he and Aaron ended up winning all the money. I got a little piece for Aaron, but a little piece for myself, but that was when I first met Mike Davis. Oh, no. Mike had some nerve damage in his neck, but he looks great. He's lost some weight. Hadn't seen him in a couple months. That's a picture. Reymart runs out after Mike misses his first shot there, and Reymart takes a 4-2 lead over Mike Davis. Other sponsors include Tiger Products, Tiger Tips, and yours truly, George Hammerbacher. Voice the Action Tour and Advanced Level Instructor, Professional Billiard Instructor Association, Baltimore, Maryland. Private lessons at my house in Catonsville, Maryland. Real convenient to the Baltimore-Washington corridor. Also towards points north, right off of I-95 and I-70, right in between those two, on the Baltimore Beltway. Reymart's pocketed a couple balls and has a, it isn't the greatest because his 4-ball and 9-ball are not cooperating. He was trying to come up back on the 4-ball and I didn't get there. He gets another pop at it here. Might be able to go into it. He did. Nice shot, Reymart. Makes this in the side and falls on the 6. Got the corner. Okay. Still fell on the 6. That was a beautiful shot, the little hook shot. Get the ball to stay on the rail. This is a tough one because he's got a lot of traffic. He might go forward, high, right. Or he might play a 3 rails, but then that ball in the center of the table up top is the one that might get him. He's got to draw it around. Tried the inside ball. Nice hit. He could flat out play. Reymart Lim takes a 5-2 lead over Davis. Davis has missed a couple balls. He hadn't played his best in this set. With one of these two guys going on the loser's side, that's going to be a very, very suspect neighborhood to be treading in. With the likes of Eric Moore over there or Scott Haas, Brian Bryant maybe. Mike's dry on the break. That doesn't bode well. He's looking for shape on the 4. He's a little short. Might have locked up his 8-ball. Oh, the 8-ball goes to the short side off the 4. Or off of something. So I think he's got to play the 4 next. Wow. Oh, he missed the ball. He was there. Oh. It's just didn't go in Mike's way this set. Either ball is a ball you have to play position to, and you can only shoot one of them. The 4 ball is the out to the 8, so he's got to do something magical here. That's pretty good. He can spin the ball and catch a 14 and stay there, or he can come back 2 rails. It's too tight, it looks like, for that shot, though. He needed another turn. Big game. He gets on the hill if he wins this game. Have Reymart here, RJ Carmona. A lot of good players this weekend. Eric, Mike Davis, Wilkie. A terrific field. No. Let's see what Mike comes up with here. He only has a 2-rail kick to try to hit the 2 ball, or a 1-rail kick back at the 4. But he doesn't want to do anything with 4 particularly. And mess up that. He's going to. I don't know about that shot. That wasn't what he wanted to do. He wanted to put the 8 on top of the 9. That's what he wanted to do. Now Davis has ball in hand in a very critical point. Oh my gosh. And he can't hit it. Reymart had the look of love on his face. Oh, he's laughing, but he's shrieking. Oh. That 14's in there deep. He could possibly pocket the 4 ball on top of it. He makes it 2. Well, he's got them all hanging over the hole now. He might pocket both. No. He's glad that ball didn't go down because I don't think he's got the 10. It's in looking so good. He's going to come up. That ball's in deep. These diamond pockets play deeper than the gold crowns do. Oh. Overcuts it. He might get the bounce off the point to the 4 in the side. If that's the shot he plays. He jars it, but when it goes past the 11, Beautiful shot. Davis wins game number 8 and trails 5 games to 3 in a tight battle. Oh, look at this. Oh, God. Hey. Hey, This is about funky here. Mike's going to call a timeout. Okay, Davis is back at the table, trailing 5-3. Big opportunity for him here. He might be able to throw this 5-4 in this way these rails are sliding. Mike is a real good straight pool player. Superb play. Look at this. He a 5-ball rolled good for him. He's going to have the 6-5. One 7-8. This is when you're being a big man with the big high, with big hands, comes into play for you. You can get up and treetop these balls. Excuse me. That's pure. It might be a little out of line though, because this is straight in, and he's going to be on the wrong side of the 7. Stay for the 8. I'd like him to now. If he snatches it with low right draw, he can catch the 11 ball and get screwed up. And these pockets are unforgiving with balls hit with pace if they're not hit true. At 4.5 inches and deep cut there. I like him playing a low left draw. Now he just cinched it, and he's going to have to try to drag his rock here, because he's a little wrong on the 7. These are just shoot speed to reach. No. He was in a tough spot.
No, I hit it back.
Yeah.
Right where I aimed it.
He hit it bad, he said, right where he aimed it. That was a critical game there, because 5-4 and 6-3 and a race to 7 are just immense. But Reymart has a little work to do. He doesn't want to be shooting the 15 last before the 8. Unless he gets just right on it off this this 12 ball that's out near the side, on the other side of the side pocket there. He's going to play position for it here. That 15 ball. We ain't gonna. That was good. I'd like him to go past it a little bit. This is three rails, bang hard, center down, or one rail, high left. Perfect speed. Reymart's on the hill. That was a tough game for Mike. He had his chances. Didn't get on that ball correctly, and I knew he wasn't gonna be easy. But 5-4 versus 6-3 is just a 5-4 and on the break. He would have been breaking to make it even. Game 10 coming up here. Loser of this goes to the one lost side. And beautifully hit break. Something fell up top here. He's trying to get it up to 8. One for good measure, one for the next one. Yeah, they show some humor. That's one thing about this action pool tour that I've always liked. I played on regional tours where the people were just cutthroats. Not here. There's camaraderie. It's so much nicer atmosphere than any of the regional tournaments I played in the Midwest, in New England, Florida. Pennsylvania. I played just about all these places. This is duck, duck, goose, but this is might be too little, too late. Oh, that's gone. Oh, that's wheels came off on that one. Tables are fast. The guy that recovered the tables is playing the match right next to this one, playing Haas. Well, classic shot from Mike. Still has a lot of pool to play from here. But he's still at the table. He might get swept in the corner if he tries to cut that 15 to the side. Go off the inside of the 1. This isn't looking too cheery. He'd actually like to shoot that 1 last. A little sloppy there. He might have made a mistake. He's going to get away with it, but phew. Living on the edge. Shoot, stop. That was a good shot. Reymart Lim takes down Mr. Davis by the score of 7 games to 3.